Hey, 49ers fans. We have a lot to unpack today, and honestly, it's been a whirlwind few weeks in San Francisco. After a season filled with injuries and constant speculation, things are finally starting to settle a little, but the updates keep rolling in. Let's start with Eddie Pierce returning to practice. It's a significant boost to the team, and we all remember just how much he brings when healthy. But he's not the only one making headlines. Another name opening the practice window is YGM, which could be a massive addition to a defensive line that has already faced its fair share of challenges this season. Having someone like YGM potentially back on the field not only strengthens the defensive front, but also gives the coaching staff some much-needed flexibility in how they deploy their players. Then there's Curtis Rohr, who has spent the entire season on the NFI list. Now that he's eligible to come back, it raises plenty of questions. Can he step in as a reliable backup at quarterback? If so, it could change the landscape for M. Jones, who might be considered trade material, depending on how things unfold. This is a story that has many layers, and the implications are wide-ranging for the team's strategy moving forward. On the flip side, we have some setbacks, too. Tatum Thun has been practicing on the side, but he's not officially back in practice just yet, and Sam Okwara missed practice entirely. Nick Martin remains in concussion protocol, which is concerning because it signals that his return is likely weeks away. It's a reminder that even as some players are coming back, injuries continue to impact the team, and management must navigate that reality carefully. Kyle Juszczyk practiced in a limited capacity today, which is a cautiously optimistic sign given that it's only midweek. He's been a critical piece of the offense, especially when running 21 personnel, and having him gradually reintegrate into practice is essential for maintaining offensive rhythm. For the 49ers, missing a player like Juszczyk shifts the way they can deploy formations. Without him, they might rely more heavily on 12 personnel, 2 tight end sets, or even some 22 personnel, though that requires careful planning. The alternative is a heavier focus on 11 personnel, 3 wide receiver sets, which changes the dynamics of the offense entirely and opens opportunities for players like Ricky Pyral to make a bigger impact in the coming weeks. The strategic flexibility here is fascinating, and it will be exciting to see how the coaching staff adapts once all the pieces start falling into place. Speaking of YGM, there's a lot to be said about his versatility. With 2 starting edge rushers already out for the season, having someone who can line up both inside and outside gives the defense multiple options. It also opens the door for the team to return to more aggressive schemes, reminiscent of the original NASCAR package the coaching staff envisioned at the start of the season. Of course, opening the practice window doesn't guarantee YGM will play on Sunday, but it is a critical step in the right direction. The hope is that his presence will eventually stabilize a defensive line that has struggled with consistency due to injuries, allowing him to pair effectively with players like Keion White and provide a reliable pass rush from multiple angles. On the offensive side, things look a bit brighter. Outside of Kyle Juszczyk and Ben Bartch, the team is relatively healthy, which is a major positive as the season moves forward. Ben Bartch has been a solid contributor when on the field, but his intermittent absences make it challenging to evaluate his full impact. Spencer Burford has stepped up admirably at left guard, filling in a role that has been crucial to maintaining offensive stability. His ability to adapt and perform under pressure gives the team more confidence, especially when paired with a gradually returning Juszczyk. For the players themselves, managing rest and recovery during this lazy week has been critical. We've seen Brock Purdy working carefully on his throws while also protecting his foot, ensuring he's ready to perform at full strength when the next game arrives. Power rankings continue to generate discussion as well. Despite not playing this week, the 49ers have moved up in various rankings, reflecting the team's resilience and underlying talent. Analysts like Tom Brady have noted Houston's defense and the Chargers' ability to win despite a struggling offensive line, but the 49ers' defensive performance stands out, particularly with the #1 scoring defense since Week 11. Wins of 10 points or more since Week 7 tie them for the NFL lead, which is impressive considering the injuries they've endured. While some critics point to the team being too reliant on Christian McCaffrey, the truth is that having key players like George Kittle, Joan Jennings, and Ricky Pyrall healthy and available adds balance to the offense and lessens the weight on any single contributor. Ricky Pyrall, in particular, has been fascinating to watch. He has consistently made catches through contact, showcasing incredible timing, commitment, and awareness on the field. From his first touchdown to his big plays down the sideline, Pyrall demonstrates the skill set that makes him such a valuable target for Shanahan's offense. With the extra time afforded by the bye week and his gradual return from injury, he's gaining comfort and confidence, which should translate to more opportunities and bigger contributions moving forward. As the team adjusts its packages without Kyle Juszczyk, players like Pyrall will likely see an increased presence in the passing game, running more routes and becoming a focal point in the offensive scheme. On the defensive side, the return of key players like YGM has broader implications. The ability to rotate versatile pass rushers not only improves the line's effectiveness, but also allows the coaching staff to implement a more dynamic approach to game planning. Injuries have forced the 49ers to adapt throughout the season, and this adaptability may be one of their greatest strengths. Having players who can step in seamlessly and maintain high-level performance ensures that the team remains competitive even when setbacks occur. As more players return to practice and conditioning, it creates a ripple effect across the roster, elevating overall performance and allowing the team to maintain its edge in both execution and strategy. Quarterback situations are always under scrutiny, and Curtis Roar's return adds another layer to consider. Evaluating whether he can reliably serve as a backup has implications not only for the quarterback depth chart, but also for potential roster moves involving him. Jones. This decision will influence how the team approaches the upcoming weeks, balancing the need for immediate performance with long-term development goals. In the meantime, players currently active on the roster must continue stepping up, and it's been encouraging to see the offense largely intact despite missing pieces. The coaching staff's challenge is to maximize the potential of available players while carefully reintegrating those returning from injury. Continuing with the 49ers, the focus now shifts to how the offense can adapt in the absence of certain key players while maximizing the impact of those returning. Christian McCaffrey remains a cornerstone of the offensive attack. His ability to create plays, break tackles, and move the chains consistently has been remarkable this season. And with players like Ricky Pyrall getting healthier, the team's passing game gains a much-needed boost. Shanahan's offense is known for its adaptability, and having a versatile back like McCaffrey allows them to maintain balance, even when facing defensive schemes specifically designed to limit production. The synergy between the running game and the passing attack is what makes the 49ers so dangerous, and as players regain health, that balance becomes even more effective. Ricky Pyrall, in particular, is entering a critical phase. With multiple weeks now for recovery and practice, his timing with the quarterbacks is sharper, his route running cleaner, and his ability to read the defense has clearly improved. We've seen him make catches under tight coverage, showing patience and precision that set him apart. The added reps in practice allow him to anticipate the nuances of Shanahan's playbook, which is notoriously complex and demanding. The coaches have emphasized attention to detail, ensuring that when Pyrall takes the field, he is in sync with the quarterback and the offensive line. This alignment is crucial, especially against teams with aggressive secondaries that can disrupt timing. As such, Pyrall's development not only strengthens the receiving core, but also provides the quarterback with a reliable target in critical situations, which is invaluable as the season progresses. Meanwhile, the offensive line has seen some stability with Spencer Burford stepping into the left guard role. His ability to anchor the line has given the running backs and quarterbacks more confidence. And even though Kyle Juszczyk's participation remains limited, Burford's performance allows Shanahan to experiment with personnel groupings. The team has been leaning on 11 and 12 personnel, adapting to the absence of a fullback or second tight end at times. But this fluidity creates opportunities for mismatches and creative play calling. Defensive coordinators will have to adjust on the fly, and the 49ers can exploit these shifts to their advantage. The strategic flexibility offered by healthy offensive linemen and versatile skill players cannot be overstated, It's a critical factor in maintaining consistency and sustaining drives in tight games. On the defensive side, the return of YGM is a game-changer. His presence allows the 49ers to rotate personnel more aggressively and maintain pressure on opposing quarterbacks without overextending other starters. With the interior pass rush solidified, the edge rushers can operate with more freedom, and this versatility enables Shanahan's staff to implement more complex defensive schemes. Flexibility in personnel creates challenges for opposing offenses, particularly when they are forced to account for multiple pass-rushing threats in different alignments. Additionally, having players like Keion White complement YGM ensures that the pass rush remains a constant threat, keeping defenses on their heels and creating more opportunities for turnovers or sacks. The depth and adaptability on defense may ultimately determine the team's ability to control games, especially in crucial matchups where every stop matters. Quarterback depth continues to be an area of focus. Curtis Roar's potential return adds intrigue, as his readiness could impact not only practice dynamics, but also in-game decision-making. Evaluating his ability to serve as a competent backup or possibly challenge for more playing time introduces strategic decisions for the coaching staff. At the same time, Brock Purdy's careful management is essential to ensure that the team's primary quarterback remains healthy and effective. Balancing practice, recovery, and game preparation is delicate, particularly when dealing with players who have been injured or are returning from significant time away from the field. The coaching staff's ability to orchestrate this balance will influence the team's performance over the coming weeks and potentially affect playoff positioning. Looking at special teams, there are nuances that often go unnoticed but can be pivotal in tight contests. Coverage units, returners, and the kicking game all contribute to field position and momentum shifts. Even minor adjustments in these areas can have significant ripple effects on the outcome of games. The 49ers have traditionally invested in maintaining consistency in special teams, and as players regain their health, the depth and reliability in these units improve. A well-executed return or a timely stop can shift momentum and energize the entire team, which is especially important in high-stakes matchups. These incremental advantages often separate contenders from the rest of the league, highlighting the importance of every player contributing to the team's success. The power rankings and analyst discussions reflect a broader narrative about the 49ers' resilience. Despite injuries and personnel changes, the team continues to earn respect in various evaluations. Analysts have pointed out that wins of 10 points or more since Week 7 tie them for the NFL lead, demonstrating the team's capacity to dominate despite challenges. Critics may argue about over-reliance on key players, but the combination of healthy skill positions, versatile offensive schemes, and an adaptable defensive front shows that this team has multiple dimensions. The 49ers' ability to maintain competitiveness while navigating the realities of injuries speaks volumes about the organization's depth and preparation. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A sudden wave of whispers swept through the league this afternoon as a startling rumor emerged from Santa Clara. The San Francisco 49ers have supposedly moved to sign an unexpected reinforcement while abruptly releasing a veteran player in the middle of the day. No official confirmation has surfaced, yet the buzz has grown loud enough to shake even the most seasoned insiders. According to voices close to the organization, the front office acted with unusual speed, triggering speculation that something urgent sparked the move. The name of the new arrival has been guarded behind tightly closed doors, fueling theories ranging from a young defensive specialist to a versatile offensive piece the team had been tracking quietly for months. Those who claim to have glimpsed early hints describe the reinforcement as a surprise fit with hidden upside, someone who could inject fresh energy into a roster already loaded with star power. The secrecy only deepens the intrigue, with fans dissecting every clue, flight logs, agent posts, and even blurry facility photos circulating on social media as if they were classified documents. Equally shocking is the alleged departure of a long-tenured veteran, a player respected in the locker room, and seen as a stabilizing presence. The abrupt nature of the cut has people wondering whether this was a strategic shift, a cap maneuver, or simply a bold gamble aimed at sharpening the roster before the next stretch of the season. Some insiders insist the move was brewing quietly for weeks, while others argue it happened in a flash, sparked by a sudden opportunity the team felt it couldn't ignore. What's clear is the atmosphere around the organization has turned electric. Teammates are reportedly caught off guard. Fans are divided between excitement and worry, and analysts are scrambling to decode the real motive behind such a dramatic shakeup. Until the 49ers step forward with an official statement, the rumor mill is spinning at full speed, leaving the fan base perched on the edge of anticipation, waiting to see whether this bold whisper becomes a blockbuster reality. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.